So hello, today we're going to do a really quick video about opening a watch that has been sealed by pressure. It's a really simple procedure. Here's an example with one of the watches that my son used to use many years ago. And here is a common watch, an Invicta. It is also sealed by pressure. We only need a couple of tools, a case blade, and you don't have one, you can go and try use something from your kitchen. I will suggest that you only do these kind of procedures or open a watch that is not expensive. I will not do this on an expensive watch. So try practicing with the really cheap ones. In this case, the cheaper they are, the easier to open. So let's get started. You need this watch blade or case blade, and what you're gonna do is just simply gonna turn it around, and you're going to look for either a tab or a small fissure around the cap here. I don't see one, so I'm just gonna take any of the size and bear with me. Okay, here we go. So like I said before, this is not a very expensive watch, so here it came out. We're gonna put it aside. It was easy to work because of the bracelet is open. Let's look at the second watch. In order to expedite the video, I went ahead and opened up the bracelet. I took the pin down and the pin cover here, and this is going to be a little tougher because this is a really tough, almost indestructible watch that has a really strong O-ring too. So if you look around, if you look around this one, I don't know if you can see it. This one has a small tab right here. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. All right, maybe not. All right, so right here. So bear with me. This is going to be pretty strong. So I am going to insert the blade, and it's going to take a couple of tries. Okay, here we go. Did you hear that click? More like a pop. So there you go. So as you can see, it has this notch right here. That's where the rod from the bezel goes. And here's that little tab. Alright, so we opened it up, and now it's pretty easy to work on. These things are just laid on top, and here is you need to change the battery or do something else to it. Today the purpose of our video is just to open the watches. Now here is the O-ring that I was telling you about. That's what makes it waterproof. So before you put it back, make sure that your O-ring is in good shape and it's not loose. Alright, now it needs to go back with a lot of pressure, and just by doing this it's not going to work. You need a press, something that will apply even force to the cap, and it's not going to scratch our glass or the front of our watch. So what I have here is a press, a watch press. You can change the discs depending on the size of the face of your watch and the cap. So what we need is to make sure that we're going to cover the entire area, but we're also going to protect our watch from scratches. Alright, so make sure that everything is tight. So what you're going to do now is you need to find where the notch is, and it's right here, so it's going to align here with the rod, and just simply set it. Then take your press, take the press, let's remove this out of the way, take the press and put it, face it down, making sure that the entire face is covered and center. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna simply press down on it to apply the force needed to lock it in place. This is a really tough watch, so it's going to take a lot of force. However, you need to be considerate about that there's a potential that you're going to damage your watch. I've seen other ways to apply even pressure. I think this is the best way to do it. A press like this costs only about 25 bucks in Amazon. So now that we're centered, we're going to double check that we have everything centered. Maybe move it a little bit more. Make sure that the face is secure here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert 2 fingers here, and we're simply going to apply force, pressure, until we hear a click. So here we go. Alright, did you hear that? It was more than a click. So let's see how are we doing right now. Alright, so it seems to be secure all over the place. It's not gonna come off. Let's check the face, and we don't have any scratches. So this one is done. All we need to do is simply put the pin back and we'll be good to go. We're going back to our cheapy watch. This must have been about 25 bucks a long time ago. It's working in perfect order because I recently changed the battery. So it's the same principle here. Here's the notch. We're gonna line it up, and this one does not have an O-ring, so I will not put this under the water. I wouldn't even wash my hands on it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna line it up like we did before. In this case, we need to change our disc, and it's something really easy to do because these are too big. The other one is 44 millimeters and this one is much smaller. Let's put them aside. So what I need to do is I need to find out if this is going to be the right one. It looks like this will be good for the back. And let's see what we're going to have for the top. We need something smaller. This is too big. Let's go back to something else. And this is just about right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this one for the bottom. We are going to put this one on the top, and it's a very simple process. And I'm guessing that we're not gonna need a lot of pressure on this one. So let me remove this piece of cloth. Alright. So like we did before, oops, I think I put them upside down, so no problem. We're going to switch them around. Yes, this one goes here, and that's right. So it will only take you a second to change it. All right, here we go. Same procedure, make sure that we're aligned here. Center. Let's take our cap here. Let me do that here before we even get started. All right, so here we go. And in this particular case, I'm going to use my left hand because I don't think I need as much pressure on the other one. So same thing, put 2 fingers here, put the other one, the index here, right, closer to it, and you simply line it up, make sure everything's nice, and looks like we're ready to go. Some pressure, and there we go. And let's make sure that everything is okay. Everything seems to be pretty even, and that's the easy way to open up and seal a pressurized watch. I hope that this video helps you and invite you to work on your own watches. Thank you.